James Bond saw criminals wrecking his car, so Bond took out his phone and remotely started the car. The car instantly released tear gas. Bond then steered the car toward him, rolled down the window and quickly jumped inside. The security guard immediately gave chase. Others positioned themselves ahead to block Bond's path with gunfire. Bond maneuvered the car to break through the encirclement, but the car behind him remained hot on his heels. Bond pressed a button, and the trunk ejected hundreds of steel nails. More security guards gave chase. Bond immediately activated the missile launchers. Bond steered the car toward the exit. The security guard quickly pressed a button to close the garage door. Bond fired a rocket to blow up the door, but it was bulletproof. Bond quickly turned around and fled. His car also ran over the pile of nails. Fortunately, the car had an automatic tire repair and inflation system. Suddenly, a security guard aimed a rocket launcher at Bond, but the rocket flew through the shattered window and struck the guard's car. Bond sped toward another exit. Seeing this, the security guards set up steel cables at the exit to try to block Bond. Bond pressed a button to raise the car's emblem, revealing a chainsaw inside. The chainsaw instantly severed the steel cables. Faced with a hail of enemy gunfire, Bond quietly jumped out of the car. He remotely controlled the car to the rooftop. The unsuspecting security guards continued their pursuit. Bond remotely controlled the car to smash through the stone wall. The car barreled straight into a shop on the opposite street. The security guards assumed Bond was still inside the car. Bond successfully lured all pursuers away. Then Bond took out his cell phone and sent an electrical current through the access control system. The door opened instantly. James Bond arrived at the entrance to the laboratory. He then pulled the master key out of his phone. He turned the lock cylinder and the laboratory door swung open. Bond entered the laboratory, pulled open a picture frame on the wall, and found the hidden safe. He then used his phone to capture the fingerprints on the device and match them to the scanner. Inside the safe lay a tracking encoder worth billions. However, Bond didn't know that the safe was equipped with a sensor. Just as Bond was about to leave with the encoder, a large contingent of security guards had already arrived. The guards opened fire on Bond. Bond fought back while fleeing. He escaped unharmed. Bond returned to base with the encoder. Satellite experts decoded the GBP data and successfully located the sinking site of the British warship. To uncover the truth, Bond dove straight from an altitude of 10,000 meters toward the ocean surface and submerged himself. He soon located the warship. He entered the ship and found the ammunition store, only to discover that one missile was missing. Suddenly, someone appeared behind Bond. The woman was an MI6 agent. She had also come to investigate the matter. Suddenly, the warship capsized. The two quickly escaped, but as soon as they surfaced, they were surrounded by the criminals. They were taken prisoner and met the mastermind behind it all. Bond took advantage of a moment and kicked over the table. The two broke free from their captors. They jumped out the window, but they had nowhere left to run. They grabbed the rope and leaped down. The giant poster became their lifeline. They were suspended in midair. They kicked the glass in front of them with all their might and managed to escape. They made their way downstairs and sped away on a motorcycle, but the criminals sent another helicopter in pursuit. Soon Bond had nowhere to run, so he yanked a metal ring from nearby and sped toward the helicopter on his motorcycle. He pulled up behind the helicopter and threw the rope onto it. The rotor blades became entangled, the helicopter lost balance and crashed into the building.